Hi, I'm Steven from Quantamize, and I need you to stop for a moment because we're going to tell you the most important news driving markets this morning. You're watching the Quantamize Global AM Markets Preview.
Hey there, good morning. Investing should not be complicated. Here at Quantamize, we focus on great data and great trades because that is what adds value to your portfolio and helps you make the best investments. It's another positive morning for U.S. stocks. After hitting a 5-month high at yesterday's close, index futures are pointing to another day of gains. This is all ahead of the U.S. Fed decision on Wednesday. Fed funds futures are pricing in a low probability of rate hikes. It just feels like the market's melting up here. Finally feels like we're getting some strength in this rally. Oppenheimer technical analysis strategist published a really interesting report arguing the current rally in low volatility stocks is positive for the U.S. stock market in general. While the S&P 500 low volatility index is up 17% since the S&P 500 hit its lows on December 24th, it has underperformed the broader S&P 500. The divergence of performance suggests that while low volatility stocks have performed well, it's simply a function of a broader re-rating of the S&P 500. A weaker U.S. dollar will be needed to help boost the S&P 500 earnings further, according to Bloomberg. Unless the greenback weakens in the second half of calendar year 2019, we may not see a strong recovery in tech and material stocks earnings, the two sectors who saw the largest EPS declines in one half. The two sectors who saw the largest EPS declines in the first half of calendar year 2019. Now remember, last week we recommended that investors consider putting on a bearish trade on UUP. That's the ETF that tracks the US dollar. Looks like that type of theme is gaining momentum this morning. The VIX is little change this morning, currently sitting at 12.66, with FXI out of the money calls and CODI out of the money calls and puts, some of the most heavily traded options in the U.S. pre-market this morning. FXI is the ticker for the iShares China Large Cap ETF. Current global crude oil prices will need a further rally in the U.S. stock market and sustained production cuts from OPEC, according to analysis by Bloomberg. While Saudi Arabia has recently cut production targets, the kingdom continues to produce 1 million barrels per day above its calendar 2014 production levels. This would suggest the current production cuts only address last year's excess capacity and do not properly confront the impact of decelerating global growth in oil demand. What does that mean for you? Right now, we really wouldn't be chasing oil stocks, that's for sure. Across the pond in European markets this morning, after another no vote on her Brexit plan in the UK Parliament, UK Prime Minister Theresa May is looking for another extension to the deadline for the UK exit of the European Union. Now on to a few stocks that are really trending this morning on social media. Apple debuted a new mid-tier model of its iPad and an update to its iPad mini. The new iPad model is called the iPad Air and features a 10.5-inch screen. This model was phased out a few years ago when the iPad Pro was introduced. The iPad mini saw its first update since 2015. The announcements come a week before Apple's expected to introduce a media and entertainment bundle with TV and streaming, including Apple-produced content. What does all this Apple news mean for you? I know what it means for me. I'm definitely going to go out and buy a new iPad mini. I haven't upgraded in a few years. Yesterday, Kraft Heinz announces it's not met the deadline for filing its 10-K with the SEC. It is likely the delay is being caused by the SEC investigation recently announced into Kraft Heinz procurement practices. Kraft did not say how long until it expects to make the filing. S&P placed Kraft Heinz on credit watch because of the delay, since it needs the 10-K to stay current with its current rating. We would totally stay away from Kraft Heinz right now. Yesterday, Overstock.com provided its first quarter guidance, stating revenues will fall 17 to 19% as a result of a return to a disciplined approach to marketing. Overstock fourth quarter revenue of $452.5 million trailed market forecast, which was expecting $483.5 million. Overstock.com reported a negative EPS of $1.39. Overstock CEO said there will be further administrative cost reductions in 2019, and the company expects to return to profitability this year.
I hope you liked this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave your comments below, or even better, tweet at us. Or if you want, just shoot us some emails. Let us know what you think and let us know if you'd like us to add more stuff to our morning markets preview. And remember, every day at Quantamize.com, you can find out what's driving stocks, options, ETFs, and cryptos. I'm Steven, co-founder here at Quantamize. Thanks for watching this video.